Arc Raiders, the cold snap is finally upon us, and with it comes the event, the Flickering Flames, but also a new side quest called Deciphering the Data. Now, if you want to understand how to get these done in time, don't worry, we have you covered, but also we'll need to get into the insanely huge drop rates that are across the board on all the maps for blueprints. Now, that's going to make undertaking the expedition a little bit more appealing, so we got all that and more to dive into, so let's get going. So the cold snap has definitely been an interesting event so far, and the first few days have been quite nice. I'd say that the community normally is pretty PvP heavy, but during this event, while the frost is out there, players have been a bit overly friendly, I've found, which is new for us. I know that's an interesting take to have over here, but it was a bit refreshing. I definitely liked it. But also, friends, you're not just contending with the players out there, you're also contending with the environment. And I know a lot of you are wondering, hey, sometimes the frostbite can be a little bit too much, and I don't know how long I have outside. So from testing, it kind of looks like it's about a minute to a minute and 30 seconds before the frostbite fully takes hold on you. So make sure you're actively seeking shelter, otherwise you're going to be taken out pretty quickly from the cold. Now, you will be able to heal through it a little bit with bandages and whatnot, but the damage over time will just progress more and more, so it will be a losing battle. So get your asses inside as quickly as you can and warm up a little bit. And for our friends that do love PvP a little bit more, if you didn't already know, in the cold snap there is the blizzard conditions that kind of whites out your vision a lot. But if you look closely on the ground, you will be able to see player footprints. So if you're looking to stalk your prey, look to see if there's any footprints around, follow them out. It might be a trap to get you, but at the end of the day, you might also take out your prey, so get hunting. So onto the Flickering Flames event, and there are 5 phases of this, but don't be overwhelmed because we do have it all broken down for you here, so on to phase 1. So obviously phase 1 is going to be the easiest to get done, but if you have not already done so, here are the item requirements. First is going to be the empty wine bottle. Aside from finding them in the residential and commercial areas, I typically have found a lot of them by going to the olive grove within Bluegate and searching the buildings over there, and they tend to drop quite often. Next is going to be finding plastic parts, easy enough. Durable cloth, a little bit more harder, but you could get them from the medical areas, the commercial areas, but also, friends, don't forget that you can craft items, so go craft them out. Then the last bit is going to be finding those candleberries. This one's pretty easy to find, honestly. Just go out within the Cold Snap event, look for the red berry bushes. They're all over the maps. You'll be able to find them no problem at all. Just keep your eyes peeled, and that's going to do it for phase 1. So for phase 2, you're going to need to hunt down candle holders, light bulbs, industrial batteries, and of course, candleberries. Now, the candle holders are easy enough to find in the residential areas, but you will need 3 of them. The light bulbs, however, you are going to want to go to Dam Battlegrounds for guaranteed drops by the power stations. If you're looking for those industrial batteries, again, look in your industrial areas for them, and candleberries, again, find them in nature, but you will also get them as rewards as you progress through your different challenges. So phase 3 is going to be easy enough, everyone. As long as you remember, aside from scavenging, you can buy things from traders and craft them yourselves. That's right. If you're needing to get that duct tape, just go buy it from a trader. And then if you're needing to get the snap blast grenades, just go craft them. It's going to be your easiest bet. But hunting down the film reel is going to be the hardest one for this phase. Just go search the commercial areas and residential areas as much as you can in the old world. You should have them pop up for you. And then, of course, get more candleberries as always. So phase 4 is going to be the harder one to get for everyone. Now, the reason being is because you're going to have to hunt down the coffee pots, which I found don't spawn as frequently as they should. But you can hunt them down in residential areas. I find in apartment buildings, I've seen them the most, so go hunt there. Then for the fireball burner, you can easily get these from hunting down the fireball different arc units that are going to be found in those yellow and red zones. Just go underground, you'll see them, or go in those enclosed buildings, open up a door. They'll be patrolling like crazy, trying to burn you, cook you live. But just go pop them down with a 1 Pharaoh shot and you'll get your items. Then onto the water filter, you're going to have to search the industrial areas for these, and of course more candleberries. Then lastly for phase 5, it's going to bring us, back on another mushroom hunt. So go pop into Dam Battlegrounds, that's going to be your fastest area to get these. Go look for the dead trees on the ground, go look for the dead trees standing up in the swampy areas, but we do have a map marking the different locations that you can find them. It's easy enough to get them, but then you're also going to have to hunt down different items like the frying pan in residential areas, the music elm in residential and commercial areas, and then the candleberries, of course, in nature. Well, that will sum it up for this event, and it will net you a ton of different merits that you could use in the shop. So happy hunting, everyone, and hopefully with this guide you can get it done. But on to now the side quest. So the Deciphering the Data side quest is going to bring us to Spaceport. Now, the first step of the Deciphering Data is to use the magnetic decryptor in the fuel control building. This POI is going to be located near the center of the Spaceport map next to the rocket assembly, but it's also going to be marked on this map over here, and then here is a closer look at it, so it helps you, kind of locate this. But yeah, inside that building, if you could work your way over there, you'll find a small workstation along the southeastern wall where you could decrypt the data. Now, this machine will short circuit during the process, but don't be alarmed. It will work, so, don't think that you've just ruined your quest or your items. You're on to the next step. And also, this is kind of a chill area, not a lot of things happening over here, so you shouldn't be aggroed too much, so it should be easy to get it done. So to continue our quest, we're going to have to make our way to the arrival building, but watch out because this is in a red zone and there's going to be a ton of players that are going to hunt you down, as well as the Ark. But after making your way to the arrival building and you are avoiding all the different things trying to take you down, head upstairs and find the machines on the western side of the building. You'll see they're kind of all grouped together, and there will be these open bay window lights that are kind of coming through over here, so look out for them on that wall. And then that's going to be the last objective, so then after you've done with this, head over to the extraction point and make your way back to Speranza to complete this quest. And even if you die before making it out, you still will get progress for the quest and report your findings, and that's all there is to it, so a pretty quick one to get done. And then also with this update comes a brand new deck, and kudos to Embark Studios for making this free, and that is going to be the goalie deck. You get this cool, very, vintage goalie hockey player inspired set, and if you were a fan of like the Mighty Ducks in the 80s like myself, it's a good time. I think it's a lot of fun, but there are people that are hating on these things. But if you are, there are other cool sets like the Mist Thorn. This thing looks pretty cool. It's got the nice gold mask. But if you want to go into the shop and use some currency, I think that the Bone Crow is where you're going to be spending that coin because this one looks the most badass. Then last up, we're going to have to talk about the blueprint drop rate increase. That is right. You can find this all over topside. I think it's been tooled up something like 500%, and I don't know if that's going to stay. Maybe it will go back down eventually after the first expedition. Who knows? It's helping get us ready. But aside from that, friends, if you go to those high-value loot areas, you're going to find a ton of them, as well as the different events like the Cold Snap. But if you go to Stellamontis right now, you're going to have to PvP a lot, but you will get more blueprints, maybe 4 or 5 on a single run, as well as the Aphelion can now drop here. That's right, no longer on the Matriarch, it has been moved to Stellamontis. I've gotten mine. Make sure that you go hunt yours. And then also, friends, if you are finding extra blueprints, you can sell them or give them to other players if you're nice, but selling them helps get you ready for the expedition. So if you were on the fence about trying to make money, this will help you get there and hit that 5 million credit cap that you need to hit your expedition. So get out there and go hunting. But another interesting thing that has happened, everyone, and that is going to be because now it is crashing the IRL market for trading and selling blueprints. No more astronomical prices of trying to buy a Bobcat for $200 to $400 USD. Those days are gone. I'm very happy for that because I thought that it was a little egregious and a little bit scummy from these sites. So I'm happy to see these things becoming, more frequent for players to find and no longer having to spend actual money to get it. Well, friends, that's everything that I have for you today. As always, I hope that you enjoyed the content, and be sure to like and subscribe and hit those high points because it helps us out. And we'll see you in Topside. Take care, everyone.